Okay, well, unfortunately, technically wise, I'm having a problem with transferring this audio down on. Apparently, YouTube won't let me just do the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just play the audio in the background, and I'm going to transpose it onto this video, and then I'll upload the video. It's exactly 6 minutes long. So here you go.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I haven't got that. It's not, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of storage here, so that's not here. So I'm still trying to get it. But when I do get it, can I not fax it to your lawyer for you?
Well, the problem is we're interviewing 2 lawyers right now to see which ones we're going to choose, so I don't really want to fax it to somebody until I know exactly who I'm seeing.
Well, we can do it after that. That's really not going to affect the case now, right?
Well, I'd rather have it in my possession, and that way, I've learned with lawyers what happens is they lose paperwork, so...
I don't understand how this is really going to help you anyways, because that doesn't change the zoning at all, reduction.
Well, no, what you're missing here is that this fellow portrayed that the property had been in continuous use right up until the day we purchased it, which was a commercial enterprise. In other words, he said he was using it for his, which was called Cayuga Coachworks, I guess. He was declaring that right up until the day I purchased it, that his business was in continuous operation.
What was the date of purchase? What was that date?
Sometime November 2008. Yeah, and what our argument is, first, you don't swear out an affidavit saying that when, in fact, a year earlier you're telling the town that you ceased operation of your business. And it sounds like, from what the neighbors are saying, it's been about 5 years since he operated the business here.
Yeah, it definitely hasn't in the accessories. It says the same thing, right?
Yeah, so...
He swore that... It has to do with the zoning, though. It's just that...
Well, it does, because what happens is that he swears out that document, and that document then gets passed on to the town, and the town uses it to say that there's legal non-conforming use. And the minute the use had ceased to operate 5 years ago, it no longer can carry on that use. But not only that, the issue of even what he says he was doing in the document was completely false. So I've got to get some information out to even the town fellow that I'm talking to. I can't remember his name, but he's a zoning.
Is that the building inspector then? Is that the Hagersville office?
I think so, yeah. I think it's McMillan. We've actually got to get the information back to him because obviously they've been given information that was false. So we're talking.
Does that mean that Haldimand County stopped you from doing your business?
Oh no, nothing like that. It's what we're doing is we're now going to. What it is there's a lawsuit over the property because there's not only just. Like, what you have to understand is a person's conduct is everything in a civil action. In this particular case, this guy, first of all, there was a furnace, there was a roof, there was a septic, there was all sorts of problems that he didn't declare, in fact, warrantied. And now standing back and saying, oh, I would never do it. Like, I'm an angel, I'd never do that. So now you have this document and this is one of the reasons why we were so frantic to find this was we suspected that he stopped operation of his business 5 years ago and then swore out a court document in order to obtain legal non-conforming use that he, in fact, continued his use up to the day I purchased it.
So there is a legal document.
Oh, yeah.
That he did sign.
Yeah, that he did sign. So he's gone from saying to you guys a year earlier, oh, I haven't used it for 5 years, to when I buy it, to say, oh, yeah, I used it right up to date. And then what happened is the GST people, because we purchased it with GST included, we got a surprise this month when we went to get our GST. They deducted $7,000 on our GST, and we're going, what for? Turns out he went back and said, oh, I never operated my business there, but yet sold it to me as a commercial enterprise. So we have to have this document to back it up to show, like, for example, the GST people, we have to go to them and say, look, here's our affidavit that says it was continuous use, but as well, here's now a year earlier where he's telling the town he closed it down for 5 years. So he's falsified the documents to us, and he's falsified the documents to the town. Like, you're either operating or you're not. I suspect by the talk of the neighbors that it's clear that he never operated his business for the last 5 years. That we all know.
And I know that too because, like I said, I live in Dublin, so I mean, people buy there a lot.
Yeah.
So I think
Well,
I'll get that document. I'm just not sure, but if I remember correctly, I mean, and I might going to be in trouble for myself because I know that the Section 357 changes its use. You have to get it signed by the owner.
Right.
I believe I just did it on just hearsay, as I said, because I know the building.
Right.
So it's not got a signature, so this is obviously going to get me in trouble too.
No, because I think his problem is that everybody that knows this building knows he lied. And that's the clear image that we have to paint here, is that he basically was willing to do whatever he needed to do to sell his property, and now has left everybody else holding the bag. I have no argument that in talking with all the neighbors. In fact, what I'll probably do is when I get the letter from you, I'll probably send you a fax that says that I've reviewed the document, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end I'm going to say, it is quite clear, and there is no misunderstanding here, that Mr. Fry's, in speaking with all three of the local neighbors, Mr. Fry's ceased operations 5 years ago, and that is quite clear. So I don't know how that could possibly get you in trouble, because,
I hope not.
well, you know,
I just take people's word, and I know these people, and I know the business, and I know clearly now that on these things it has to be signed either by your agent or by the owner, and these are reasons why.
Yeah.
These kinds of things right here.
Well, and you know, the bottom line is I think he, like I was talking to the neighbor across the street, Bill, he said, I think that he was willing to say whatever and do whatever he could to sell that
I would like
property.
to actually get a signature on this bill, on this application, but it's probably not going to happen now.
Well, yeah, and I'd be quite honest with you, I'd be very careful, because at this point, Mr. Fry's is willing to bury anybody, and that's why I said probably what I'm going to do is send you a letter saying that I have confirmed, after seeing your documents, I have confirmed that he in fact ceased operation of his business 5 years earlier.
You're not going to see a signature on here, you're going to see mine, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
What time is your meeting?
We're at 11:30.
11:30. Okay.
I would be eternally grateful, and I promise you, once I have that and I can review it, I will immediately send a letter out to you saying that I have confirmed.
I would appreciate it.
Yeah, I will do it. I guarantee I'll get it done.
Good enough.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
So you just heard her say that first, that she knows the people, knows the business. We're saying it's okay that you sign, but it's not like we're saying, hey, go ahead and sign it. We're saying do whatever you want to do, just get me the document, because the reality is she knows that nobody else should sign that document except for the owner of the property. So when you hear that, you ask yourself, if you know that that's the case, why on earth would you be stupid enough to sign the document? And then more importantly, it's not just sign the document. She tried to pass it off as the owner signing the document, and then erase the signature in the middle of a lawsuit. It's the town's responsibility to turn over documents. They erase the signature, and then it shows up blank, and nobody can explain how it got erased. And that's what the OPP found as well. So anyway, that's the audio tape. I hope you can hear that.